I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. After failing in his motion to recuse federal judge Tanya Chutkan, who's presiding over the federal criminal case in Washington, D.C., being prosecuted by special counsel Jack Smith against Donald Trump. Well, now Donald Trump goes to the next step in his delay playbook, and he is begging Judge Chutkan for a 60-day continuance, a 60-day delay in the current scheduled date for pre-trial motions. Currently, pre-trial motions like motions to dismiss the indictment are due on October 9th, 2023. Recall, trial is set March 4th, 2024. This is the case where Donald Trump is being prosecuted for trying to overthrow a free and fair election. Donald Trump requested a trial date in 2026, and Judge Chutkan said, absolutely not. March 4th, 2024 it is. And she set a very detailed trial schedule with various hearing dates, and one of those dates is the date when motions need to be filed, October 9th, 2023. Here, Donald Trump is now requesting 60 days to December 8th, 2023. Although Donald Trump is not specifically requesting a continuance of the trial date, in effect, this would do that. It would move trial probably sometime from March 2024 to a later date. This is how Trump tries to work this mischief in it and not actually say what the intention is to continue trial, but effectuate that. Judge Chutkan is not going to buy this at all. She may grant another week, maybe another 2 weeks. There's perhaps a reasonable solution here, if she even does that. But Judge Chutkan is going to reject this. And Donald Trump spends the 6 pages of this motion whining and complaining and saying, oh, I got 13 million documents and I don't know what to do with all of them. And this case is novel and complex. And it actually isn't all that. I mean, there's not that many charges. The conduct is discreet. There's no other co-defendants. Jack Smith was very surgical in this Washington, D.C. indictment, as he is in all of his prosecutions. That's his M.O. And here Donald Trump is just flailing. By the way, you'll recall from my other hot takes, a very similar tactic Donald Trump is currently doing where else? Well, everywhere, but also before Judge Eileen Cannon in the Southern District of Florida, where Donald Trump made up some bogus excuse whereby, based on Section 4 of CIPA, which states that certain classified documents don't need to be turned over by the government. If the government moves ex parte, they can go before the judge and offer a summary of classified documents instead of actually making documents available in the SCIF, the Sensitive Compartmented Information Facility. Donald Trump comes up with this convoluted argument that somehow because of Section 4 disclosures, he wants to kick those dates in the Southern District of Florida to January of 2024. And again, same tactic Donald Trump uses there. He doesn't say, I want to move the trial date. That case is scheduled for May of 2024. But as Jack Smith calls him out in that opposition, and Jack Smith, I'm sure, will do the same thing here, says it's basically a motion to continue trial disguised as something else. So that's why you have to really look at what the intent is here. And of course, just giving you my own view as a litigator, what Donald Trump is actually trying to accomplish here. What is unstated is even more significant than what is stated when you know the tactics. And by the way, Donald Trump's tactics are fairly simple at this point. He has the same playbook: attack the judge, try to continue the trial dates, delay, whine, appeal, play the victim, and then ultimately, like the weak coward that he is, like when it came to the case by E. Jean Carroll, Donald Trump fled. So for people who are wondering, like, well, is he going to ever flee? Well, he fled with E. Jean Carroll. Remember, he created some fake business appointments for himself like a pathetic loser, and he went to Scotland and Ireland and acted like he was doing a groundbreaking there, which he wasn't, and then was like, oh, I want to show up and be a witness, but I'm not allowed. And the judge is like, yes, you can. Come back. We'll let you be a witness. Like, oh, I'm not going to be a witness. That's just how he behaved.
It's fall, which means you should be picking apples, not wedgies. Get yourself new underwear that'll take care of your whole fruit basket. That's Tommy John. When you wear Tommy John, you're that much more comfortable, so you can do everything better. Tommy John underwear and loungewear have dozens of comfort innovations, like breathable, lightweight, moisture-wicking fabric with 4 times the stretch of competing brands that keep you comfortable no matter what the season throws at you. With over 20 million pairs sold, 20 million, and thousands of 5-star reviews, guys across America love their Tommy Johns because there's no sticking or chafing. That's why Tommy John doesn't have customers, they have fanatics. One Tommy John fanatic raves, the most comfortable boxer briefs ever. There's no downside. Buy one pair, you'll never want to wear any other underwear again. Now, I love my Tommy Johns. They made me look and feel great. I am urging you, if you haven't tried Tommy Johns yet, go get yourself a pair immediately. Plus, you're always covered with Tommy John's best pair you'll ever wear, or it's free guarantee. Get 20% off your first order right now at TommyJohn.com/Meidas. Save 20% at TommyJohn.com/Meidas. That's TommyJohn.com/Meidas. See site for details.
All right, let's just jump in this motion quickly. Trump's opposed motion for extension of time to file pretrial motion. So we know that Jack Smith is opposing this. We haven't read Jack Smith's opposition. We will shortly, I'm sure, get that. Donald Trump respectfully requests the court extend the current pretrial motion deadlines from October 9, 2023 by 60 days to December 8, 2023. As the court knows, this case presents numerous novel and complex legal issues. Counsel has been diligently researching these questions and preparing appropriate pretrial motions, but requires a brief extension of time. 60 days ain't brief, but requires a brief extension of time to complete this process. For the reasons set forth below, Donald Trump, they keep calling him President Trump, and he's not the president. If you want to say former president, you go, that's fine. It's disgraceful that that's the reality, but stop calling him the freaking president. He's defendant Trump. Trump seeks the requested extension to ensure that he may raise all relevant legal issues with the court, consistent with his Fifth Amendment right to a fair trial and to present a full defense. Goes on to say the current October 9, 2023 pretrial motion deadline specifically excludes motions eliminate and motions to suppress. Trump does not seek to extend the deadlines for those motions at this time. You always got to focus on the keywords. At this time, yeah, because you're trying to move all of the deadlines with this transparent delay tactic. Going through the motion, it says, for the reasons set forth below, he requests an extension. The prosecution special counsel, Jack Smith, great work, Jack Smith, advises that Jack Smith opposes the relief requested herein. Then it goes on the background. This case is the first of its kind. Yeah, because you have a traitorous ex-president who tried to overthrow our democracy. This case is the first of its kind and concerns many legal questions of first impression. This is the first time in history anyone, let alone a president of the United States, has been charged, in the defense's view wrongfully, with conspiracies related to a contested election. It's false. False. How about the Proud Boys? How about the Oath Keepers? How about the thousands of other insurrectionists who have been charged, and many of who have been prosecuted, and Department of Justice hasn't lost a single case before a jury trial? Goes on to say, as a result, defense counsel must research and address issues of extreme constitutional import that require careful analysis and briefing. Well, get working. Get working. It ain't all that complex, by the way. Get working. At the outset of this case, the court requested the parties to propose a trial date and estimating to the extent possible the time required for trial. The parties submitted extensive briefing on their respective trial date proposals, and the court held a hearing. At the conclusion, the court announced its decision to set trial for March 4th, 2024. Having performed an analysis, defense counsel advises that it requires an extension to finalize several of its expected motions, including, for example, motions to dismiss relating to executive immunity, loser, failure to state a claim, loser, and improper conduct by the special counsel during the grand jury process and in charging decisions. Loser. I mean, just 3 motions that Donald Trump is going to lose. Finally, defense counsel has begun the process of reviewing the vast amounts of discovery in this case, totaling nearly 13 million pages. Well, why are you only just beginning that? That production was turned over pretty long ago at this point. You should have been hired a team and use that PAC money of yours. You're paying all these people. You can't hire some people to go through those documents. So you're just beginning it. And then Donald Trump requests a expedited briefing schedule to delay. The ultimate irony. We want an expedited briefing schedule to delay these various dates. And again, points out that special counsel Jack Smith objects to this. I'll do a hot take on special counsel Jack Smith's opposition to this as soon as that gets filed. But there you have it, folks. Delay, delay, delay. And Donald Trump is going to keep on losing because these motions are bad faith. Check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch. patreon.com/MeidasTouch and hit subscribe right now. Have a great day.
Hey, Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram at MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.